What I'd like to see different is, even from my day, when I was going through mine, we were kind of pioneers at that time. And we had drugs wasn't as much of a part of the domestic violence scene, I guess. But it is now. And it's causing some difficulties with supporting women and children, because I believe that the drugs is a way of abusing now. I mean, there are so many things that have improved. Like, you don't hear of a lot of deaths because of domestic violence, but we do hear about a lot of overdoses and people struggling with their addictions. They can't look after their kids. And that is sometimes what we're finding out is encouraged by the abuser, and it's another way to abuse. And so then there's a lot of blaming of the person that's using the drugs. So what I would like to see, because that brings up a whole bunch of different issues, is partnerships with places like, say, Boundary Hospital, setting up a detox. Say a woman wants to come in, we can't take her in for 14 days because of the withdrawal. Then she can go there, have her come to the shelter then, so she'll be in a safe place at Boundary Trails, get medically cleared, and for mental health too, because mental health can be really big too, and then be cleared that way, so that we have the doctors and the nurses and the specialists working with that. Then they could come to the shelter, and it would probably be helpful if we had 2 staff on at all times. So not just during the day, but in the evening and night, because that way we're not so vulnerable, and we can work as a team to support these women as they go through, the addiction piece and get to the core issue, which is domestic violence. So I believe that underneath all the addictions and the mental health is domestic violence, and it's harder to get to when there's an active, pretty serious addiction. So that's what I'd like to see different. And then I think they get to stay at Genesis for a month. We could create some programs for relapse prevention for the ones that are struggling with that. So in addition to some other things that we support them with, like the cycle of violence and teaching that, we can also put in a relapse prevention plan. And then hopefully there'll be a treatment community in the works for them to go to, that looks at everything: addiction, mental health, and domestic violence. Supports that, but helps with that. That's what I would like to see as a difference. And to continue for everybody to remember the relationship over rules and talk about what that means in certain situations too.